What's up, everybody? Orange Podcast Bad, episode 76 of season one. Season two will start sometime in January. See how that works? I know it's rocket science. You just do a year at a time. And oh, by the way, our seasons are going to outlast all of late night television. And so that's pretty cool because they are exiting stage left. What is up, Paul? What is up, JC? I can't hear you. You got
Talking,
muted.
but I can't hear him.
Oh, he's muted.
It is so easy to outperform late night television. I just feel like a rock star because
I know,
we can
right?
come on here with our loyal followers and stuff, and we are more pertinent than uh, any of those uh, insignificant idiots that get paid millions of dollars on network television. It's just amazing to me that a you know we're Jimmy Kimmel is a guy. Let's remember that used to laugh and giggle about girls jumping on trampolines.
Yeah.
Right? That was his shit. The Man Show. We
Mr.
forget that's
Blackface.
who that guy is.
Yeah, Mr. Blackface. That's it.
And yeah, exactly, JC. Yeah. So he comes up like he's some political pundit. He's not a political pundit. He's a junior high bully. He's a autocrat. He's just an idiot.
Oh, you're much too kind. He's a douchebag. All right.
He has
Yes.
been a douchebag his entire late night career, outside of the Man Show, because he had Adam Carolla that kept the show funny.
Right.
Jimmy Kimmel was in the background doing Beavis things. Well, Adam Carolla was delivering lines. He's always been terrible at what he does, but the left has always celebrated and rewarded people like Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel with
Yeah.
television shows that pay gazillions of dollars,
Yeah.
advertising that pays another gazillions of dollars.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's not going to be hurt financially by this at all. What is going to hurt is his feelings, and I wonder when he's going to start a Substack. Because I'd love to see if he can pull better numbers on Substack than I do.
Oh fuck,
What's he gonna talk about?
bro.
Oh, dude, it'll be
he's
like
got
Don
nothing to
Lemon.
talk about.
He'll just get on and walk around New York with a camera and a microphone and be like, "Don't you hate Donald Trump?" And they'll be like, "Didn't you get fired?" Like the same shit that Don Lemon does. That Don Lemon
Yeah.
gets humiliated every time.
Don
he goes
Lemon
out.
gets humiliated every 30 minutes. The guy is like a nuclear waste leak. He just absolutely throws down every 30 minutes on being as stupid as he can be. And the amazing thing is he doesn't get it.
No. It
No,
doesn't
he
matter
thinks
how
he's
many. It
smart.
doesn't matter how many times he gets his head kicked in. He absolutely just, and he learns nothing. I mean, there's so many examples on social media of people like that. I mean, just for what it's worth, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I'm Counterfeit Cash. But we've created a group of people, and we've honored them by calling them the Dumbass Dozen. And we had an initial induction of 13, and we're on the junior varsity. Those are the varsity, and now we're on the junior varsity. And these people, it's people that they just keep coming back. And I don't even want to give them any clicks or publicity. But even one guy these people were supposedly it's a team, and they were sponsored by the OPM, the personnel management part of the government, paid to lie to us 24/7. That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
real eye opener for me that these people were being paid to lie 24/7 by our government. And the guy says, "Oh, we'll always issue retractions if we're proven wrong." So anytime I see that guy now, I say, Can you show me the list of your retractions?
Yeah, I'd like to see a list of your retractions.
List of
Yeah,
your
you
retractions
biased
from
bitch.
2020. And that's just like bullshit repellent. Then the guy just disappears, which is what they always do.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so real quick for everyone that's listening on X, that's usually where the biggest audience is, and Paul and JC. If you can grab your phones, go find the profile Sean Strom, and just repost the live video so that all of your followers will get a fresh look at the link.
Oh yeah.
Let's get this
Okay.
out there.
How do I do that?
Oh, on your phone? Yeah, so you're just going to go to your X app and you're going to search Sean Strom.
Okay.
I should show up, and then you click on my face because my face is made for radio. So totally smash that thing. Just smash the hell out of it. And then the very first thing on there is you should see me lit up in a pink circle. How pretty. That will be the live. Once you get into the live, all you got to do is let's open the live. Hit the oh yeah, up shovel on the right for iPhone,
Wait a minute. I'm on.
or
I'm on
repost, either one. Repost.
I know how to do it now because it took me a little while to figure out how to spell Sean. There's a lot of different ways to do it, and yours was the last that I tried.
There's 3. Mine's the least common. It's German, my man.
So I'm on X, and I'm looking at Gunther Eagleman.
So do you see a search? There's a search. It looks like
There's
an
a
hourglass.
magnifying glass. Is that it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And this will help anyone else who's listening that wants to do the same.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to do it on my good phone, not on my burner phone.
I'm subscribing to you right now.
well,
you're
you
going to pay this guy?
You can totally do that, but what I need you to do is just repost the live video of us right now. That should be the second post on my page.
All right.
Because I have a pinned post.
Really fun watching people click on their phone. I know.
Oh, look at that. I'm looking at JC being all stupid and shit. So,
there we go.
Which one of the icons do I hit?
So on iPhone, which you have, it's there's that, and there's repost. Okay, repost is the second one on the bottom.
Done. Simple.
Super. All right, I see Counterfeit Cash has reposted it.
Yeah, Counterfeit Cash. You know, although Counterfeit Cash is looking a little more.
Paul reposted it.
I reposted it. You know why? Because I'm a wizard.
You're the most tech savvy. You're the most tech savvy 67-year-old I've ever met.
You know, I'm in charge of raining hellfire and damnation down on the enemies of the U.S. government. And because of that, my brain works differently. So I've been able to do this just like it was sweeping out a wasp nest or something.
Well, and you know what? You did it without any feedback. You didn't have volume up. Like when people would call into Rush, and Rush would have to be like, listen, turn your radio down. Talk to me through the phone. Stop yelling at me through your radio. And he would do that, right? He would have to tell people, turn your radio off. Talk to me through your phone. You were able to do it. Successful. Paul, I got to ask, because I know you and the wife are still TV watchers. Has there been any amount of regular late night TV, including Gutfeld, that you still watch, and then when you go out to eat or to a barbecue with your family and friends, that people still talk about?
So I will say the only thing we watch intermittently is Gutfeld. And we usually get some kind of clue, Campos Duffy or somebody will say, hey, I'm hosting tonight. We're going to have, or Tyrus will say, hey, I'm hosted tonight. We're going to have this, and this, and then we'll watch it. But we're not regular late night watchers of anything. I gotta say, sometimes I really like the games and the silliness of Fallon. So when he has a Margot Robbie on, and they set up this guess the word I'm saying or something like that.
Okay.
That is really funny to me. You know what I mean? And so yeah, we watch stuff like that, but we just don't have any repetitive thing that we watch. It's not like every night we watch Fallon or every night we watch Gutfeld or anything like that.
You know what my late night entertainment is? It's Abby Labar on the MLB network when she's telling you about the highlights, and I always want to see how short her skirt is. I mean, she's a hottie, man. She's 30, and if you want a little eye candy, you can't top it.
Well,
Really good.
I gotta ask, how long all of these cable networks, post boomer generation, nobody watches TV. Period.
Why would
When do they go to? I know they have subscription models and apps, but when do they go to? Fuck it, we're not going to survive. We're just going to broadcast live on X, MLB Network, NFL Network, all of it. Or the Cubs just go, screw it. Nobody's going to carry baseball anymore, so we're just going to broadcast the game live from the stadium on
we'll
X.
see. No, it's coming.
Honestly, I don't see that it doesn't happen. I think cable's dead. And then people like when they make fun of me and go, oh, "I'm a streamer. I don't watch cable. I watch streaming."
So
And I go,
what will happen first? Will Sean
same thing.
Hannity retire? Or will cable just cease to exist?
Probably both at the same time.
I mean, Levin. What we were talking about earlier, Levin was his brain, but that's not saying much.
Well, he doesn't have any show prep. Remember, so Sean Hannity, although he had a radio program that was very unsuccessful, but because of his name, remained for years. His show prep was from 12 to 3 Eastern time from a guy called Rush Limbaugh. And then he went
Right.
on at night and had all kinds of content that Rush delivered to all of
Right.
America. And here's again where I'm going to say all of America had already heard it. So when it comes to late night, including Gutfeld, which is recorded at 5:30 in the afternoon, early evening, we've already gone 4.5 hours past that in real-time news that they can't talk about because they record it so early. It doesn't, like, unless they're doing live podcasting like we're doing right now, they're done. They're toast. Nobody's going to watch it.
No one on late night TV tonight will talk about Kimmel because it happened too late.
Mm-hmm.
No one.
Exactly.
Gutfeld won't talk about it. Nobody will talk about it.
I don't even think it'll be on Gutfeld tonight.
No, unless it was breaking news, But they don't do that. And I remember I told you I turned it off. I couldn't take it anymore after Tucker. That was enough. I couldn't stand it. Because if you can't let that guy talk, you've lost me.
So I watch, but it's streaming, right? So I watch Tucker when he has an interesting guest.
Right.
I watch Joe Rogan when he has an interesting guest. That comes on. And that's what Tanya really likes. She watches that stuff too. But the only reason we have cable, and hopefully she won't kick down the door coming in here. The only reason we have cable is because she is addicted to 90 Day Fiance.
Sure.
90 Day the Other Way. My 800-pound sister.
Right, TLC.
My retard brother with a dick sticking out of his forehead. All of these stuff on Bravo.
Right. My Five Wives or whatever that moron
Yeah,
show
and
is.
so the Bravo app is $12.99 a month,
Mhm.
and I have to say, with 3 alpha males in the room, I'm just gonna say it. I put my foot down and said, "No, we're not paying $12.99 for that fucking, we're just not doing it." So, you can figure something else out, but that's not what we're doing.
Well, and that's where you get into with we asked for a la carte. We did. And so the cable stations decided, all right, we'll figure out how to give you a la carte and make it cost even more money. So you can buy one channel for $15, or you could buy the second channel for another $15.
Yeah.
And you keep going on, and because we were saying, well, you give us 150 channels and I watch 6 of them for $100. This is retarded. So they're like, yeah, fine, we'll make one channel $15. Well, I want 6 channels. Now it's $150,
Yep.
right? And the other thing you got to look at here is that nobody a generation younger than me, so millennials down, watch a big screen television. They watch on a tablet, a laptop, or most likely
Oh, hey, both of
their
my sons
phone.
are on their phone. They watch all their stuff on phone. You know what they do with their 75-inch televisions?
Gaming.
Gran Turismo. Yeah,
Gaming.
that's what they do.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
You
so,
guys-
well, no, but to finish that thought, there's nobody younger than me that watches television, whether it's called streaming or cable or broadcast. They don't watch the local broadcast news.
Yeah.
They don't turn that shit on because they can get on
Why?
an app and go, oh, the weather's going to be nice today, and put their phone down. They don't have to wait until the 14-minute
Right.
mark
Exactly
of
right.
the
Yeah.
8 o'clock hour to get
Yeah.
a weather report.
Right.
They don't need, and there's
Yeah.
zero
You
need
know,
for
you look at
television
it and I'm like, man, I wonder what's on the concrete pouring channel today.
people. It's just because of these things,
It's a dead letter.
all of television dies. Now, does that mean movies die or maybe episodes of great shows die? No. They're just going to be done differently. A lot of them will be done by somebody like one of my kids on a phone. They'll do it with AI. They'll write it
Yeah.
up,
So
and they will broadcast it on whatever platform, whether it's Twitch or Rumble or YouTube, and you will subscribe to them for a couple of bucks,
right.
right? And you'll
Well-
watch the thing, and then you'll turn the subscription off.
Yeah.
Well,
The movies they're making now die for sure. Because
oh, they're dead. They've been
horrible.
dead. I can't. When's the last time a banger movie like The Patriot came out?
You know what? The closest thing that I found to that was The Hangover.
It was a good
was
one.
actually
Really
good
good. Really
movie.
good.
And I mean, even the sequels were okay. They of course it got and Pirates of the Caribbean was pretty good too.
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean was good.
Top Gun
I really
Maverick
like
was a good sequel.
I like the Bourne
Ultimatum.
series.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like
no,
the
that was
whole
before-
Bourne series, and I
that was
like the
Johnny
Mission
Depp.
Impossible series. That was
That
great.
was-
But that's
That was-
also, we're still talking about stuff that was in the 2000s.
Right.
I know,
We're
but-
not- yeah, that's what I'm
20 years
saying.
ago.
That's what JC's alluding to. There's
Right.
not anything, up to date that is a freaking blockbuster like,
Any good at all.
yeah. I mean, I'm waiting.
I found myself sitting there watching movies in a theater and going to sleep. And then the special effects would wake you up, and you're like, how many big crashes are we going to have? Is there a plot to this? What's even going on?
I went, whenever it was, 5 years ago, maybe, with a girlfriend of mine, and she wanted me to check out this new guy she was dating. And so we all went to go out to eat and then went to go watch Aquaman. Both me and her, the guy that she was prospectively going to date, fell asleep in the recliners of the movie theater, and she kept slapping both of us. Like, it's
No
the best
way.
movie ever. And we're like,
Yeah.
this is the most
It
boring
was all
thing
CGI.
I have
It
ever
wasn't even.
seen.
Yeah.
And I said, it's just because you're horny as shit for Momoa, the actor. I was like, that's the only reason you find this entertaining. This movie
Oh,
is
yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
And so we both fell asleep. And then
I
finally,
have to say he's pretty. I'd let him give me a blowjob.
Well,
I'm gonna forget I heard that.
that
Okay,
that definitely builds our integrity on the internet and our credibility. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. All right. Well, we've talked. JC and I were talking a little before the show opened, but we've been talking consistently for years that late night television is dead. It's been dead. They've just kept it alive because they can afford to keep it alive through funding mechanisms like pharmaceuticals.
Oh,
USAID, USAID.
USAID and
Don't minimize
pharmaceuticals.
it. Yeah. The only reason Colbert still existed was because of USAID. You convinced me otherwise.
JC, don't you think if Bobby Kennedy is successful and gets all pharmaceutical removed, advertising removed from television and streaming, including podcasts, television itself just crumbles?
Yeah. No, I don't think there's any doubt. And that's my nurse friend Kelly. She absolutely is not connected to the wondrous things that Kennedy is doing. And it's like a systematic march through the biopharmaceutical complex. And you saw what happened to that woman Monarez in the hearing today. She got vivisected. It's just beautiful. And and as much as I enjoyed the interplay between Cash and Schiff and Cash and Raskin and Cash and Booker, look, guys, let's just say it right now. If there's no arrests following this, it's a joke.
Has
It's a
there ever
joke.
been an arrest out of a Senate or a House committee?
Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, how about just going to his house and arresting him? I mean,
Oh no, I totally agree with you. I'm asking that these committees, right? These sound clip,
yeah,
so that I can campaign with this and post the clip to my TikTok committee
right.
hearings. Has there ever been a meaningful prosecution from anybody?
no.
And I really wish Congress would just. We're usurping our authority for oversight. No, you're not. You're
No,
campaigning.
you're not.
You're
Yeah.
campaigning. Go
That's
fuck
stupid.
yourself.
Yep.
And please
Come
go past.
on.
Go past. Oh wait, his Senate. While you were holding the hearings yesterday, you know what you could have done? You could have gotten through Donald Trump's nominees that you've been saying you were going to do for the last
Yep.
8 months.
Well, all I know is that Thune keeps talking and nothing keeps happening.
Nothing keeps happening.
These guys
He's
gotta go.
he's bitch McCommunist in drag. He is. He's the same. He's the same damn thing.
Knew he was going to be, sadly. I mean, but
I know. But I mean, that's why they held the leadership election before the new senators got there. After they stole the election from about 3 or 4 of them, they bumped Kerry Lake, they bumped Hovde, they bumped, several of them that would have been okay. I mean,
Yep.
not even fire breathers, but good. And no, business as usual, man.
Yep.
I do.
Business as usual, bro.
One Schreier did say today, and Owen's an interesting guy, obviously, said that the donors are panicked, and I'm like, God fucking good.
yeah,
I hope they are. The war has turned. If those guys don't see it and don't declare an armistice with Trump and
Yep.
support him, they're on the endangered species list.
They're on
They
the
are.
endangered species list for sure.
Yeah. You guys need to wake the hell up. This isn't changing. And Kirk's assassination put this in overdrive. They thought that it would silence him. No. What is it? 38,000 new Turning Point chapters.
Yeah, when they originally only had 9,000.
Yeah. Hey, Mark Mitchell. Hey, Rich Barris. How do you
God,
factor that in?
Mark, the thing
You
that gets me about
Pollyanna
Mark
little
Mitchell,
pussies. You little pussies are going on about how we're going to lose next year. I said, do you not understand who the president is? Have you
Right.
not watched him long enough to
Yeah.
understand what's going on? You
Yeah.
you 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 just you're screaming at the top of your lungs. Yeah, God, the Democrats have a 3.0. Oh, stop. Just stop. You have no idea what's going to happen. Just give me the current numbers and shut the fuck up. You're not an influencer, and you shouldn't want to be because they're always wrong.
Right.
because they're 1990s Republicans, they haven't gotten with the program. They still
No,
believe it's the George Bush dynasty.
just call balls and strikes, guys. Tell us what the current numbers are,
You know
and
what?
let's.
My suggestion would be, JC, they stop listening to them and then just tune into Orange Podcast Bad because we'll call the balls and strikes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I listen. This surge of young people, and they're all freaked out about Mondami and everything in New York. I mean, New York is New York. They're gonna do what they do. They vote for chains and slavery every 2 years. I mean, they shouldn't be surprised when someone shows up to measure their wrists and ankles. And Bannon can go on about how, oh, it's horrible. It's this. That's the financial center. Just stop. It's not. No, the dude
Let
is
them
not
go.
going to be successful. No,
Let them go. You know, let them go. Let them.
let
Let
him
them
do it.
vote. Let them vote
Let him do
themselves
it.
into oblivion.
How else are they ever going to learn? If you try to pull some end around and deny them Mandami, they'll vote him
Yeah.
double. They will. Let them experience it. The hell with them.
All right, I
I
got a
mean, I
clip.
live there. It sucks. And that was under Giuliani.
I got a clip for you
Oh,
guys. You got to
I
check out.
love her. I'm so glad she's back.
Described Charlie Kirk is so wrong. It's so vastly wrong that it's insulting to me now that I know who he actually was. And this last 24 hours, I've had a chance to watch video after video. And he's not, they've lied about him in such severe ways that, like, I thought I knew how dark
Wow.
left was, right? And then yesterday changed a lot for me. And the time since then has changed a lot for me to the point where there's not a single ounce of me anymore that can excuse any behavior that is celebrating the death of this great man. Because it's all out there now. Like, you have to actually just be willfully full of demonic hate to today cheer for that.
Yeah.
The lies were one thing, but there's a truth being told, and then to still applaud that death in the face of the beautiful truth of who he was. My fiance and I talked yesterday. We were chatting with each other. We are like, this feels like our generation's JFK moment.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to find a character who conducted himself the way Charlie did in the most effective way he did it, right? He was not a Trump sycophant. He was not a sycophant any particular thing. He was not owned by any party. He was an individual who.
So that is Nicole Shanahan, vice presidential candidate to Bobby Jr., who walked away from the Democrat Party. It became independent, right? And then they ran as an independent, and Joe Biden's administration blocked them at every way possible with lawfare. Even with the amount of money she had, she's a mega gazillionaire, right? And
Oh, is she?
yes, that's part of the reason why he chose her, because she could solely fund things if their donations weren't working. But their donations were working, and she still had to fund things.
Yeah.
She's a gazillionaire. I can't remember how what company that she did with that to get that money, but
No, it was
that.
Google. She was Sergey Brin's wife.
Oh, that's right. All right, right. So ultra left, and then went, well, we're going to go independent because obviously the ultra left is lawfaring us and we're not going to win the presidency. Then Trump made the deal, right? Bobby, I will make you HHS.
Courtesy of Kirk.
Courtesy of Charlie Kirk.
Kirk was the catalyst that pulled that off. Yeah.
Yes. And then now today, right? Or it was, I believe today she said this.
Yes.
She still, even though she was part of the left, walked away from the left to the quote unquote middle independents. She's saying this, and that's what I found fascinating. She goes, I had no idea.
Yes.
No idea how evil the Democrat Party was. I was a part of it. I was a part of
that?
Even after what they did to you, you still can't see it. I used to argue with my stepmother like crazy. Do they have to come and take your farm for you to understand? And why does it take someone getting up in your face and taking your shit for you to understand what they are? Why? And yet I've been in love with her for some time. I mean, I listened to her on and I had wondered where she'd gone because she had promised that she was going to primary Ossoff and Warnock and those assholes in Georgia. And then she went dark. And I'm like, Nicole, where are you? Well, she's back. And I can tell you that's a big fucking deal right there. She's back and she's got the cash.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's a big deal. That's like resurrecting what's the guy's name? Sheldon Adelson, right? The casino multi. She's got more money than that
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. She's got more money than that dude. And if she wants to get active and do this, I mean, you can have Laureen Powell Jobs and all the rest of them, or Melinda Gates. Screw all of you. We've got Nicole.
Other than maybe an Elon Musk, she's got the money power to cancel a Bill Gates. She's got the money power to cancel a Sergey Brin, her ex. Right? She's got, because she's done very well with that money ever since. And it's just grown into gazillion dollars. We'll just use that term. Yeah, I mean, if she wants to put money down on races, she can totally change a race with money alone.
Like those 38,000 Turning Point chapters. This is absolutely as significant a reaction as those applications for those Turning Point chapters. You've got ground troops. And I mean, come on. This means everything. And if you can't see this, you don't understand. This is why the donors are wetting their pants.
Sure.
They can't believe that this happened and that they're going to lose control of everything as a result. And Sean and Paul, I'm here for it. Oh yeah. And I know I'm not happy the kid's dead. I loved him. I thought he was great. In fact, I've told you before, I thought he was too nice. I mean, he's not nearly as acerbic or sarcastic as I am or whatever. And I always thought he gave the benefit of the doubt to too many people. But that's what communicates with people like her. She wouldn't like me. Are you kidding? I'm a fucking bomb thrower. Nicole Shanahan. I mean, as much as my heart reaches out to her and I saw her emotion, we'd have one dinner and she'd say, hey, I'll call you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I listen. People react all types of different things, right? And there's people that you'll listen to, the people that you won't, even when they're saying the right things. I made the observation to my mother a couple days ago about how Ben Shapiro used to do 10 years ago and farther back, but 10
Okay,
years
okay.
ago, early Ben Shapiro used to do these
Yeah,
college stories.
before he went over the edge. Yeah.
I said to your mom, to your friends on Facebook, they say, "Oh, Ben Shapiro might take." I said, "No, first stop, just stop, mom." I said, first thing first, when he walks onto a college campus now in his mid 40s, they're going to say, okay, boomer, and not buy a ticket, even though the tickets
Yeah.
are free. I mean,
And
the age gap is too far. Charlie was 31. This dude's in his mid 40s. He's a
he's
Jew. I don't have a problem with Jews. And we've talked long about with Edward, with religion and how Jews and Christianity actually work in religiously, not politically, but religiously. And he's just like, if you remember, like everyone our age will remember, he was like Charlie Kirk was able to walk people through a conversation and ask them questions and get them to tell on themselves, whereas Ben Shapiro would just beat the shit out of them verbally from a podium.
Yeah.
It won't work with this modern Gen Z generation. They'll just be like, "All right, I'm out later."
let me make a confession. When I'm dealing with liberals, I'm more like Shapiro than Kirk. I really am. I lose
Sure, but
patience with him. I lose patience with him, and I shut him down. And no, I'm not Israel first, okay? But I mean that's a taint that he can't overcome. Not in this age that we're in right now. There's no way.
But your
work
hair is cool.
the work we do online is much different than going on a college campus, though. And sitting in front of, I don't know, 1,500, 3,000, maybe more that Charlie was able to get. Like what we do online is much different than that. And so I think your rhetoric, even your stuff that you post on X or other places, I don't think it's not welcomed. I don't think it will be welcomed by a Gen Z because for a lot of reasons.
Well, no, Sean, I'm shadow banned. I listen. I'm so tightly shadow banned I can't even wear my shirt. I mean, I know that. I mean, two or three likes or whatever. That's fine. I don't care. Like I told you today, I'm just gonna keep blasting away. I don't give a shit. Every once in a while, if Insurrection Barbie puts something up and I get there first and respond to it, I'll get 1,000 likes or something. But overall, the general discussion is they just throttle my ass, and then I'm fine with it. I don't care. Just screw them. What am I going to do? Try to
Yeah,
what?
yeah, that's right. What are you gonna do?
What am I going to do? I'm not going to turn into Charlie. Listen.
Nobody can do that.
No, no, no. But I listen. I remember watching election night coverage when he was on with Bannon, and Bannon started to talk like me, and Charlie goes, Steve, we're on YouTube. We got we got to pull it back." And I'm like, "Dude, come on." And yet, for what he was attempting to do, I know he was right, but it sickened me because it didn't feel
Yeah,
like
of
courage.
course, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, everyone should do what they're going to do online to the extent they can do it. All I'm saying is that in-person live audiences, which we don't do, we are 100% online. They would look at us the same way they would look at Shapiro and go, "Okay, boomer, why the fuck should I listen to anything you have to say?"
Yeah.
Like when you get up and get the table and get the mics out and the speakers out and say, "Hey, let's have a conversation." They'd be like, "About what, boomer?
Why?
Like how much Metamucil you had this morning?"
I'm I'm elderly Gen X. I think I hate being classified as a boomer, but I realize that up until 5 years ago I was indistinguishable from one. And
Well,
Paul brought up Rogan, and it's funny because I haven't even thought about Rogan for a couple of years anymore because he's actually far less relevant than he was 5 years ago, simply because he was talking to people that no one else would talk to, and it was breaking through the white noise. But now everybody can get there, and what he's doing is not avant-garde. I mean, he's still a nice guy, and I
Oh yeah.
he doesn't know anything, and I'm not dissing him, but he's a fucking wrestling fan, I mean, whatever, and good for him. I'm glad Trump went on his show and all the rest of it, and it introduced him to a wider audience. But it isn't like Joe Rogan is some sort of political savant who understands the revolutionary generation or anything like that. That's the shit we understand.
Well, I think I'll
Hey,
disagree with you a little
Sean,
bit on that,
go ahead,
JC.
Paul. What?
I think I disagree with you a little bit on that. I think
That's okay.
he is kind of a savant. He's one of the smartest guys online that is in my world that I listen to and stuff. And I think I don't always agree with him, but I do think he puts in the work, JC. I think he puts in the research. You know what I mean? It's not like Kimmel or any of those guys where he just talks off the top of his head. I think he really does do some research before he.
I think he's curious. I don't know that he researches it, but because of his curious nature, he will ask the questions, Paul. And those questions are what we find interesting. But to JC's point, Paul, I don't. His numbers are going to be huge with Gen X and Boomers.
Oh,
His
sure.
numbers are going to, just like late night TV, are going to slowly start slipping because he's losing relevancy. Only because topics. He's going to talk about topics that are interesting to him, like wrestling. Totally fine. I don't watch any of the shows that have wrestling. I can't watch an entire 3 hours. I don't have time in the day to watch, but I will watch maybe a 30-minute long clip of him talking with Mark Zuckerberg, who is inventing the AI that will most likely become the Terminator AI. You can all laugh at me, but we'll talk about that in a different show, because I don't believe he's going to control his AI in the same way that Elon or even Sam Altman are controlling their AIs.
Right.
But you're going to age yourself out of relevancy because you're not talking about the shit that the 14 to 32-year-olds, that group.
No, you're probably right, because what appeals to me about Rogan is when he has a Delta Team guy on or a SEAL Team guy, and they have done some kind of mission. You know what I mean? I listen to all 3 hours of it, man. It's so compelling to me because that's where I work. You know what I mean?
But I don't need him. I've got you.
Yeah.
That's why
we
I don't worry about him.
Paul,
all right,
we do those shows, so that we're telling you, tune in here. Stop listening to, look, I like Joe Rogan.
You're going to give it to me raw. He hasn't been over there in theater. Come on.
Yeah. Oh,
Right?
that's true. Yeah, that's true, bro.
Well, and he's got some dude who wrote a novel about it, not some dude
right.
who's necessarily been in it, right? Yeah. So
that's why I worry about you so damn much, brother. We need to keep you going. Anyway.
Hell yeah, we do. There's lots of good stories to tell. One of my favorite ones, Paul, is you telling me how many paces there is around an SR-71 Blackbird.
Rogan ain't going to tell you that,
brother. 147 paces around an SR-71. Absolutely.
Rogan ain't going to tell you that.
Dude. Man, you reckon we want to go back into the archives and pull out the LA Speed Check story and play it for everybody?
Yeah, right.
No, I have
right?
it. I have it. Oh, you want it? Well,
awesome,
hold on. Let me go back into the archive.
Good.
Oh my God, you're doing it now?
No, keep talking.
Yeah. He's going multimedia. Did you see what he did with Nicole Shanahan? That's my honey. He's going multimedia. He's going to take us to the next level.
Oh man, this I gotta tell you, I've had this saved around forever. It's incredible. Paul and I love it. And if you like for everybody who loves supersonic flight, you're gonna love this story. So let me get
I
it.
love that Colonel telling the story.
Let me get it started.
Here we go.
L.A.
The LA Speed Tour. And it was just a story about one day it was
There we go.
being SR-71 pilot. When Walter and I were doing a training mission around the United States where you just were building up hours and time. And we take off out of Beale, hit a tanker in Idaho, rip on up to Montana, zip across Denver, hang a right turn in Albuquerque, out over Los Angeles, up to Seattle, back into Sacramento, 2 hours, 21 minutes. And you just do that then you do it backwards and you hit a tanker or two. It was just to gain crew coordination, build your hours. We're on our last training mission. We're over Tucson. I can see downtown LA from Tucson. We're at 89,000 feet. I can see the whole western United States bathed in a warm October fall glow. I can see the chain of Rocky Mountains from Canada to New Mexico. I could just see the most beautiful picture laid at my feet, and the air as smooth as glass, not a gauge moving in the cockpit. It was perfect. Now I'm thinking, we bad. And I feel sorry for Walter because he has to monitor 5 radios in the back seat, so I flipped the switch up just to listen, and LA Center is they control all, when you fly Southwest Air, the guys controlling everybody.
Yep.
But we're above controlled airspace. So they have us on their scope, but they're not talking to us. Now there's
By the
controllers
way,
all over the country.
20,000
Jacksonville
feet
Center, Chicago Center,
above
Seattle
controlled
Center.
airspace.
It's the same guy. They all talk the same. And it's really cool the way they talk because they make you feel important as a pilot. They don't just say, yeah, okay, here's your thing. They make you feel really cool. So sure enough, this was pre-GPS day. Some Cessna guy has to know his ground speed. LA Center, Cessna, November Tango Alpha. You got a ground speed readout for us? Now, Center would like to say, who cares? Get off free. But no, he'll talk to him like he's John Glenn. Cessna, November Alpha, we show you 90 knots, 90 knots on the ground. And they do that sing-song voice. That's how they talk. And it makes you feel kind of cool. Right after that, a twin Bonanza came up to pimp the guy for speed, I guess, and LA Center, Twin Beach, whatever. You got a ground speed readout for us? And Center likes it. God, it's Friday. Why me? God, please, just get off free. But he's going to talk to him like he's Air Force One. Twin Beach, we show you 120 knots on the ground. And right after that, a Navy F-18 out of Lemoore popped up on frequency. And you knew it was a Navy guy because he talked really slick on the radio. Center Dusty 5-2 speed check. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Dusty 5-2 has a ground speed indicator and that $1 million F-18 cockpit. It's right there in the heads-up display. Why is he calling Center to broadcast his speed? I get it. We have just the meanest, baddest, fastest military jet in the valley today. We're taking our little Hornet jet over Mount Whitney and ripping across Death Valley. We want everyone from Fresno to the coast to know what real speed is. And you can almost hear a little glee in the controller's voice, like, we have put an end to this. Dusty 5-2, we show you 620 knots across the ground. And it was that across the ground. See that little knife, like, I hope nobody else has the nerve to get on frequency now. And there wasn't an airliner from Seattle to San Diego that wanted to be next on Freak. It's sort of an etiquette thing amongst flyers. And a 12-year-old was reaching for the mic button. And I thought, oh, no, wait, Walter's in charge of the radios. I flew single seat all those years, but I'm in the family model now. And I wanted, no, it's the Navy. They must die. They must die now. And I thought, no, but if I do, I'll upset Walter, and I want us to be a good crew. And at that moment, I heard a click of the mic button in the back seat. Ladies and gentlemen, Walter and I became a crew at that moment. In his best innocent voice, LA Center, Aspen 30, have you got a ground speed readout for us? You could almost hear a collective gasp on Freak, like, oh, the poor fools didn't hear the previous transmissions. Oh, they got crushed like a grape. It's just a pilot thing. But Center had to give you that same voice. Aspen 30, we show you 1,992 knots across the ground. When I knew I was going to like Walter a lot is when he came back and said, Senator, we're showing a little closer to 2,000.
Around the world in 12 hours. Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to re-enlist.
It's faster than a B2, man.
Oh, it's way faster than B2.
Yeah,
Well,
much
it-
faster.
Listen, we should totally see if we can
When's the
get
last hey Paul, when's the last time somebody saw that on Rogan?
Yeah, never.
Okay. All right.
Well, and that reminds me, we need
Point made.
we
Yeah.
need to get the producer Sean. Oh wait, and the guy that's also to reach out to Boom Supersonic, and get him on for a 15-minute segment of how he's
Oh,
doing
yeah.
a boomless supersonic. So Paul, what weighed the SR-71 boomless or boom, no sonic boom, boomless,
Right.
with the fact that it was traveling at roughly 90,000 feet. But they're looking at with the boom arrow, the jet they're producing to be better than our previous supersonic jets right out of France,
Right.
is the fact that the way they can arc the sound to keep it above 10,000 feet as it arcs. And so there's no boom on the ground. There's still a sonic boom, no boom on the ground.
Just doesn't make it here. Yeah.
It doesn't make it here. And so they can travel over ground at supersonic speeds and go LA, New York, 90 minutes, right? New York, London.
82
Shorter
82
shorter
minutes.
than that. Yeah.
What's that, Paul?
82
no,
minutes. LA to
Yeah.
New York in 82 minutes.
Yeah, shorter than
It's
that.
like 5 world records.
Incredible.
That's
Yeah.
Chuck Yeager shit right there.
Well,
Yeah.
and they'll still be above normal commercial flight. They'll still be hovering at 50 to 60,000, but it still would be the SR-71 even at 60,000 would produce a sonic boom at the ground.
Yes.
And it didn't at 90,000 because you didn't have enough air.
You
to
didn't have enough
travel.
air to create a sonic boom.
Right.
So when the SR-71 took off, so the flight plans, of course, were secret. The only reason we knew the SR-71 was going to fly a mission is because the active end of the runway had 125 camera photographer guys down there waiting. And why were they there? Is because the Lockheed Martin private contractor guys that worked on the SR-71 were in the pub the night before drinking a bunch of beer and telling them when it was going to take off. And so, yeah,
Scoop.
so
A
about
scoop.
the flight usually started about 0600, and about 0400 KC 135s at Mildenhall would start taking off. Those are refuelers. They would start taking off so that they could get ahead of the SR so that they could refuel it. So they would leave 2 hours before launch time and fly at max capacity to get that far down the mission scope
And so wait,
that
what?
they could refuel the SR.
The 135s, that's the turboprops, right? 4 turboprops.
No, they're jets. Yeah,
They're
the
jets.
old,
Well, they're still flying at Mach maybe 0.8 or 0.85 max.
0.67.
0.67. Wow,
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slower than a 747.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were fuel heavy, Sean. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They just, they're wide open and they just couldn't get it, And they would go at 40, the first one would be at, let's say 28,000 feet. The second one would be at 42,000 feet. The third one would be at max ceiling of 58 to 60,000 feet. And they would be out there waiting on the SR to catch up with them, which it did pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
Would refuel for them so they could do their next part of their mission.
Well, but the other amazing thing is once you get a KC-135 out over the Polish border, right, and get that thing up to max altitude of maybe 32,000 feet, the SR-71 comes down and takes the last fuel and is able to make it 11 time zones at a cruising Mach of 3. 11 time zones across Russia before it had to refuel again. It was the most incredible airplane I think the American military has ever built.
So I was friends with a boom jack, which is what we call the guys that ran the refueling booms, you know, the booms on the back of the refuelers. He was a boom jack. He was a master sergeant. And he said the most amazing thing he had ever seen in his life was a KC-135 flying full out. I mean, wide freaking open, as fast as they could go, refueling the SR, and that SR breaking the boom loose and go.
Wow.
And just fucking disappear. And he was like, Jesus Christ. He goes, every time he did that, he wanted to re-enlist.
Yeah. Sounds like you're ready to do it too.
It was so fast, it would pop that boom loose, drop down, and just go.
Well, and that's what
literally just disappear off of the horizon.
I think that's what what's his last name, Noel, is trying to do with Boom Arrow commercially, because we have no need for this stuff militarily anymore because we have satellites in the sky. So we can spy on everybody everywhere at any second of the day. We don't need the SR-70.
Oh yeah, the SR is not. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the reason it's dead.
It's
but
redundant.
Bringing it commercially, I think, is what Boom Arrow is like. Listen, this is totally doable, and they just got approval a few weeks ago to go supersonic over American soil, and that will proceed farther into Europe and Asia and Russia.
Sure.
As companies like United and American Airlines and all of those start putting in orders for these.
Suck on that, Concorde. Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, the problem with the Concorde wasn't that it wasn't a luxury liner that was super fast. It was that it had a sonic boom that hit the ground. The Boom Arrow jets will not do that.
And it'll get your CEO from LA to New York in 82 minutes.
It will. The way the CEO puts it is it will replace the 747 over time.
Wow.
And this is how people will travel. So whatever you pay, $500.
And listen, does Trump know about this? He's going to want that for Air Force One.
I don't know.
All the hopping around he's doing.
He suggested he would donate one to the military for Air Force One, on 2 of them. But he's definitely said that the CEO of Boom Arrow. But this is where we're going now. We're with Trump. We're taking away restrictions that have held back technology. So you're going to have SpaceX going to the moon. You're going to have SpaceX going to Mars. You're going to have a Firefly going to Mars. You're going to have a lot of other companies that are currently in aerospace going to Mars. You're going to have Boom Arrow making supersonic commercial jets again. Like we have taken off the restrictions of the green energy era, and we are moving forward with technology that's going to blow people's minds. Absolutely blow their minds.
President Xi, Let's
Yeah.
set up a meeting. Well, when would you like to meet, Donald? How about 4 p.m. in Beijing?
Dude, it took
What?
5 hours. DC to
Yeah.
Beijing,
Yeah.
Mach 2.2, 5 hours.
See you then.
No fuelers, too. Remember this. So the Boom Arrow is not military. There won't be any refueling on board. They're making this thing so efficient, Paul. It's going to be able to do the New York to Beijing flight on 1 tank of gas.
And by the way, no
That's
windmills.
what the
or-
design is. You might tell me I'm full of shit, and I'm okay with you telling me I'm full of shit.
no, but no windmills or solar panels in sight.
No, it's all diesel. It's all diesel.
Of course, of course.
Paul, no, you're telling me no. They're gonna have to refuel.
No, I'm telling you.
What the hell is Hawaii for
I'm
anyway?
gonna have to go. I can't comment on this stuff. So on and so.
Well, we're past time, anyways, fellas. We gotta let's play the closing song. You know what? We got the best opening and closing song in history.
In industry, yeah.
Yeah, in the history of podcasting. So let's listen to it.
Yep.
Appreciate what you
I love you guys.
Love you guys.
Oh, hey, are we doing Open Bar Friday? Should I bring up?
Yes.
Should I